Squirtle might be able to pull off a long enough combo that we might actually see 4 perfect clears and somebody somehow survive. I've never seen anybody actually survive 3.
Yeah, there's the chance that it ends up like in the 4 wide gap and then like doesn't actually hurt him.
Yeah.
There's like a very real chance that it ends up there. So like I don't even think that's a good opening versus 4 wide.
Shoot. Sit out. Every time I join this room, I keep being the host.
Oh, we're live.
Welcome, Tetris friends. This is Jupiter Joe and Wawi. We're going to be bringing you Squirtle and Itsuke very shortly. The room is here, and I hope you're as excited as we are. We're going to try to figure out a way to explain the 4-wide and the different counters to it. But most importantly, you're going to be seeing people fight and tear and claw because we're getting closer and closer to the grand finals.
Yeah, I'm expecting a very exciting match today. Both Eitsu and Squirtle are very well-known players in the community, and they're both very strong. They've taken out a lot of strong players on their way here, so expecting to see a tight match.
Yeah, Squirtle became quite well-known last tournament, knocking off HD Blink. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming, but they did see him, making a big run this year. He's been active in a lot of different tournaments. He's been active on Puyo Puyo Tetris, number 2 in the world on his console. I can't remember which one that is at the moment. But at any rate, he had an epic match against a Janba, a slightly similar player to Aitsu in terms of his different counters and techniques. But Aitsu plays so clean. So the technique is similar, but the approach is vastly different.
Right. Aitsu you're going to see a lot of very consistent openings from him. He's going to be sending a lot of garbage in the beginning of the game to try to counter Squirtle's 4-wide. Of course, he got second to Yui medal last year in Tetris tournament. So we're expecting another strong showing from him. And I think he's most people's favorite to take this match. Though, obviously, anything can happen on any given day. I think a lot of the top players, it sort of comes down to who got more sleep that night. I think a lot of them can take it on any given day.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a real thing. We always forget that these Japanese players are usually playing, in the middle of the night or at the beginning of the morning. Squirtle's playing kind of the end of the day, the evening, I think. An American player, so a lot of people are rooting for him just, like the Olympics, you're rooting for your nation, but I think people are just really excited to see what Aitsu's going to do here.
Yeah, for sure. I think the big question that we're going to see is what happens in the first 30 seconds of the game, or even less than that, the first 20 seconds of the game. Because we're going to see Squirtle set up that big 4-wide as usual, and the big thing is going to be, does Eitsu's garbage get sent in a way that it's part of the combo hole, or if it doesn't, then how does Squirtle deal with that? And those are going to be the big questions that we see at the start of each game that's sort of going to decide how each match goes. It's a little bit of luck, but also each player can make a lot of adjustments depending on what happens.
Exactly. There's that 40% chance that you could send some back-to-backs and it'll end up in their well. And if that ends up in the well, it's bad. It's usually very, very bad.
Yeah, it can be pretty simple for the 4-wider to just use a Tetris to continue the 4-wide, and it doesn't actually mess up the hole at all because it's exactly 4 high. So it's a clean Tetris, and then they continue the 4-wide like nothing happened. So yeah, that's definitely going to play a big role in the beginning of these games. All right, looks like both players are in the room now, so we should be starting pretty quickly.
Excellent. I'm jumping back in the room because I was waiting to get the heck out of the way there.
Yeah, I think you're spectating now, right?
Yes.
Oh, I just got disconnected. Let me enter again.
They're going to do no warm-ups, so the score will be accurate.
All right. Well, both of us saw them warming up against other players before this, so I think we should be starting any second now. Good luck, have funs all around, and we're going to start.
And here we go. So you're going to see Squirtle build up a 4 wide. Every single time there's going to be a well in the middle, and he likes to do that little green piece, the S, for his kind of staggered bit in the middle to make it easy to start.
Yeah, the interesting about this part about the center 4 wide is that it's actually really hard to top him out when he does it, because the piece will always be able to spawn in the middle, and so there's no risk for an awkward top out that you get for the center 4 or that you get for the side 4 wides.
And was a little tentative there. That wasn't as big of a build-up. I could obviously kind of feeling it out. You know,
both players
not being aggressive either, though. Yeah.
One thing that was interesting that I saw from Eitsu, I don't know if this is part of his preparation against a 4 wide, but instead of doing clean back-to-backs in the beginning, he did the first T-spin and then he immediately did a combo to send a little bit of messy garbage to Squirtle. I don't know if that was just incidental to the pieces that he had, or whether that's a strategy that he has to try to slow down the 4 wide, but it looks like Eitsu takes the first game there.
Eitsu takes the first game. More than a line per second. I think you're going to see a lot of that. That's a really good point. I think a lot of people like to call that cheese.
Yeah, the Swiss cheese garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I call them speed bumps, because that's exactly what you're trying to do. You're just trying to slow the other person down.
Right.
And definitely has a speed advantage here, though.
Yeah, and Squirtle, of course, is trying to get his 4 wide up and going as quickly as possible in the beginning.
All right, this is what people always love to see: a side 4 wide against a center 4 wide.
You can see how close these guys are in speed based on how quickly they were both able to set up their 4 wide. Looks like Eitsu was way quicker in executing it, but the overall garbage sense was pretty similar.
You would have thought, watching that jumping red line, that Squirtle was absolutely dead, but no big deal. You know, like, he wasn't even particularly high stacked once he got out of it.
Right, because obviously the maximum 4 wide height is going to be the same for both players, so you would expect the combos to be of similar lengths. Looks like Eitsu has a bit of a misdrop here, but he's able to cancel a lot of the incoming garbage. Oh, unfortunate on the eyepiece, though. Is he going to be able to get out of this one?
Oh, he's dead.
Doesn't quite have the right pieces.
Wow.
Interesting, because he sent so many more lines, but you saw that whole combo in the beginning was... Yeah, you saw in the beginning...
for the first, whatever that was, 20, 30 seconds.
Yep, and the interesting part is that Tetris Friends doesn't even count that in your line sent, which is a little bit different from some other clients.
Yes, it only counts what you actually send to the other player. That's a little quirky.
Yep.
Kind of an awkward opening from Eitsu. Gives Squirtle some extra time.
Unfortunately, it's in the 4 wide gap for him, so he's going to have a really easy time clearing this. This is going to be really hard for Eitsu to deal with.
I never know how people resist when you get the perfect T-spin in the middle of the well, not doing the T-spin.
Yeah. That's how you know that neither of us are 4-widers at heart. Is that both of us would go for that T-spin every time.
So tasty. Well, Squirtle's got an early lead.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate for Eitsu, because we were talking about the 40% chance that the garbage ends up in the well. Well, he hit that 40% chance twice.
Exactly.
Both of the first garbage that he sent were in that well.
And they were advantageous placements for both of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that eye misdrop.
Ooh.
One of the worst things in the game.
Yeah, but Squirtle had to start his 4 wide really early.
Oh, so another one.
Eitsu has a messy field, but Squirtle doesn't really have a combo set up, but I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, it was 2 eye misdrops. That's brutal.
It hurts. It's not what we usually expect to see from Eitsu. He's normally one of the most consistent players in the game. But obviously the match is still early, so it could be a little bit of nerves. I'm sure it'll get sorted out.
Definitely nerves, and I do think, like, seeing that upstack, that mountain coming at you all the time. I call it combo fatigue. Oh, no, I thought for a second that was a 4 wide, but it was a failed perfect clear attempt by Eitsu.
Right. And once again, he has that messy stack. Unfortunately, continues to cover his Tetris hole in the beginning of these games. Not working out.
Pressure. It's just so much pressure.
And Squirtle has sort of found himself at a bit of a lead now, 4-1. I mean, that's not a huge lead, but
yeah. Hey, I'd rather be winning 4 in a row than not winning 4 in a row.
Yeah. So I guess the question is now to Itsu, can he sort of clean up his play? He's not really making any bad decisions. It's just mechanical errors. So
well, I didn't like that opener. That was kind of an awkward.
Yeah, I don't think he had the correct pieces to do anything too special there. But this is pretty good for him.
Combo, and that was a big break for Itsu.
Yeah, now he has his. Oh, it looks like he was able to get to the garbage hole there, even though it wasn't in his combo hole. But
now, this is what we've been waiting for. This is where it's going to be interesting because Itsu loves the back and forth. You know, like the big sends with the back-to-backs and the extended combos in the mid-game.
Yeah, I know on my channel I call that seesaw garbage.
Yeah.
It sort of looks like a seesaw if you look at both screens at the same time. And that is a big win for Itsu. If he loses after the combo stage, that would have been really demoralizing for him. So the fact that he knows that he can win if he can survive the combo is definitely a big confidence booster for him. If I'm Itsu, I'm really happy about that win.
Big momentum, about 1.5 runs per second there. Or as people like to say, 90 APM.
Right. So now if I'm Itsu, I'm thinking all I need to do is make it to that point and then consistently do that, right? But the big question is, how do I make it to that point?
Yeah. A lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, it looks like he's in a pretty decent position here.
You saw Squirtle timing there. He did a really good job.
Oh, a huge spike there. Is Itsu going to be able to deal with this? It looks like he's looking for it, but yeah, that Z piece is not helpful.
Yeah. That was a really good illustration, by the way. Sometimes you can wait and you can delay. You got a Tetris, you're going to block. And sometimes it just doesn't matter. You can't give the other person that extra time.
Right. I think he was looking for a fancier way to continue the down stack after the Tetris, but he just couldn't find it because he had a Z piece held plus a Z piece in queue.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just confidence. You just have to attack.
Yeah.
Another unfortunate bit of garbage to Squirtle from Itsu's perspective. Boom, another game. And almost 2 lines per second there. That's a lot.
Yeah, he didn't really misdrop at all that time either. It just was unfortunate with the garbage placement. He's going for this TKI opening pretty consistently now. The last couple of games has been that TKI opening. And
the slower soft drop on Tetris Friends is hurting him here. On a faster client, that would be a very good strategy. Once again, we're seeing that TKI opener. This time, doesn't get the bad garbage send to Squirtle.
He could have actually done a T-spin triple there. I don't know if he didn't have the right pieces for it, but...
And Itsu will do T-spin triples, but unfortunately he is just making mistakes left and right.
Yeah, I think maybe he can deal with this, because that was almost a center forward setup that he had over the misdrop, but I guess he didn't have the right pieces to execute it, so I thought maybe he could cancel.
And that's something that you see a Jamba do a lot. Microgliz was pointing that out in the last game. It's kind of a fake out. It looks like maybe he's setting up for a T-spin in the next unit. Oh my goodness, this guy's got a 4 wide and I'm dead.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've seen that one. I'll have to look out for it. Another TKI opener.
Yep.
Oh, and another unfortunate placement for this garbage. Oh, but Squirtle doesn't even get the 4 wide that time though. So
nope.
Bit of a lucky break for Itsu.
Yeah, Itsu needed that break.
I couldn't tell if it kind of happened really quickly. I'm not sure. Did you catch? Did he just get the wrong pieces, or did he misdrop? Squirtle.
Yeah, he just got the wrong pieces.
Got the wrong pieces. Yeah, I guess it's hard to misdrop for a center 4 wide because the finesse is pretty intuitive there.
Well, you'll notice Squirtle does almost the exact same on both sides every time. The only thing that I ever really look at is what is he doing with his eye pieces. Sometimes they're against the wall and sometimes they're not. And sometimes you have to stack 2 in a row. And
so if you're Itsu here, you really want to win at this point of the game because now you've survived the combo and you want to prove that at this point it's your game.
Yeah, and a big misdrop from Squirtle there. This is Itsu's opportunity right now.
Right. If he can consistently win these ones after the combo, then he has a very clear win condition to go for in these games. If he starts losing the ones after the combo, then he's in trouble. But so far, he's been able to consistently win after the combo portion of the game, which is good.
That was 63 lines in 39 seconds. That was a lot of pressure from Aitsu. This is more or less what people were expecting. It's a winning streak of only 2, but this could be the beginning of some momentum swings.
Right. Looks like he's going for a perfect clear this time. Wasn't able to have the right pieces. Unfortunate. And now Squirtle has a really big combo here. Good luck to Aitsu.
No, I think he's going to survive this one.
Yeah, I think Squirtle had to cut his combo short.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to time it, trying to figure out exactly what to do. I mean, he's got clean garbage.
Yeah, but he has an unfortunate Z-piece placement there. Yeah, he's not going to be able to deal with it in time.
Yeah, he was able to twist in that blue piece to try to fix it, but that overhang was bad.
Yep, and Aitsu's just too fast at punishing.
That's another... This is what we were expecting. We were expecting Aitsu to settle in and just punish Squirtle.
Yeah, it seems like any sort of early match nerves seems to have gone from Aitsu's system, and he's locked in. This is more what we expect to see from an Aitsu game.
Oh, there's the perfect clear.
Where's it going to be? Oh, it's on the side. That's really good for Aitsu.
Yeah, he got it exactly where he wanted to. And he's not trying to go for a second one.
Oh man, Squirtle dealt with that so well. He managed to combo into the garbage hole anyway, even though it was on the side of his stack. And now suddenly Aitsu's in trouble. Can he find a way out? Barely.
Oh no, he's done.
Yeah, that J piece is unlucky.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, Aitsu's a god.
Is he gonna do it?
Oh man, and now he's in his comfort zone. Now there's no more combo, and he is at a slight disadvantage. But considering the phase of the game and sort of the meta between these two players, I would actually put Aitsu at an advantage right now, even though field-wise he has a disadvantage.
Oh, he's got to feel great after that. How did he survive that?
I don't know. I'll have to watch from his perspective because I couldn't even see from the Tetris Friends interface how he managed to survive. That was insane. That J piece misdrop was like, I thought it spelled doom, but
the only player that I've seen that did anything like that was Ha Ha Ha, and that was a long time ago.
Yep. He was definitely famous for being able to clean up misdrops. He almost played faster than he knew he could because he knew that if he misdropped, he'd be able to deal with it.
Well, we're firmly into mid-game here. It'd be interesting to see if this goes a full 2 minutes and starts with the hurry-up garbage.
Yep.
If you're not familiar with Tetris Friends, there's kind of a rising death floor that they call hurry-up garbage. You can't block it. It just squeezes the screen tighter and tighter. This might be the first time we see that here.
Yeah, it'll come up in about 10 seconds now. And it doesn't look like either player has a definitive advantage right now. Squirtle has a little bit of messy garbage, but I think he'll be able to deal with it pretty easily. Because, yeah, now he's already at his clean garbage again. And now here comes the hurry-up garbage.
There it is.
Aitsu is very good in these situations because the precise way in which he moves his pieces lends itself very well to the tight places that the hurry-up garbage puts you in.
Yeah, there's no wasted placements. It's he takes what the random number generator is giving him. He's not trying to force a T-spin here or there. But as soon as I say that, Squirtle had a big attack. And Aitsu was the aggressor that entire time. 195 lines in, 145 seconds? But Squirtle takes the game. I really like the way that Squirtle plays defense. Yeah.
Because I'm sure he was kicking himself for not finishing off Aitsu near the beginning of that game. And the fact that he was able to bring it back and win anyway must feel pretty good.
Okay, another perfect clear attempt from Aitsu. Gets a good placement.
On the
yeah.
correct side. Can Squirtle combo into it? A little bit. This combo is going very long. But Aitsu had a little bit of a downside combo for himself, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I was a little surprised that Aitsu didn't try to follow up, and he hasn't done it. I don't think he's done it a single time. He's capable of doing a second perfect clear, which, by the way, that's very difficult. Most people don't try to do a second perfect clear. He's capable of even doing a third. I was kind of wondering if maybe Squirtle could stack up and have a big enough attack that maybe we might see 4 perfect clears in a row and somehow Squirtle survives. I don't think you're going to see that. Aitsu is not attempting second perfect clears. Oh, is he going to do a T-spin triple? Nope, that was just a misdrop.
Yeah, that exact misdrop has happened to him 3 times now. I'm not really sure what he's going for there, if it's a special opening or something, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then he had another one right before he got spiked out.
Yep.
36 lines in 22 seconds. Once again, Squirtle, just that big opener, and he just pushes you. And Squirtle's now got another momentum swing. He's won 3 in a row. It's 10-5.
Yep, Squirtle's finally hit that double digits, and it's the home stretch for him. Aitsu's got a mountain to climb at this point. He has to win double the amount of games from this point on.
Yep, and he's pulling out the big guns. We're back to the side 4 wide from Aitsu. He's fighting fire with fire.
Looks like he was able to set it up slightly quicker too, so he's going to get the combo started a little bit earlier, and Squirtle has a really messy combo hole. Yeah.
Boom. 50 lines in 20 seconds. 2.5 lines per second.
That's insane.
Aitsu might, want to keep doing that.
Yeah, that could be a good. It could be a good counter. I know there was a poll on Hard Drop of what the best counter is, and a lot of people were saying side 4 wides.
It's like every year. That poll comes out every year.
Right, because there's always that one 4-wider that makes it really far in the bracket. I don't know, no one's ever won with 4-widing though. Although maybe this could be
not all the way. Nope.
Squirtle wants to change that, but first he's got to make it through Aitsu here. Once again, Aitsu starts the combo first, which forces Squirtle to start it whether or not he has the correct pieces.
Squirtle's
paused for a bit. I think he was unsure of how to finish the combo, but I guess he got.
No, he was looking for. He was waiting to see what the follow-up would be.
Ah,
really smart.
That's smart.
If Aitsu'd been able to snap off some back-to-backs, he could have finished them, but it just there wasn't time.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Aitsu using the side 4-wide to counter the center 4-wide is that it's not even a direct counter. He's not even looking to win with that. All he's looking to do is to cancel out. Like he's looking to go even, right?
Did you see the way that he did that T-spin? He rearranged his overhang there. I haven't. Yeah. I think it was Roa KS is the only other person that I've seen do that.
It's very creative. Because he just wants to get to this stage of the game. Because, as we talked about earlier, Aitsu's going to be very confident once the combos are ended. A little bit of a misdrop there, but it's nothing to
nice quick
worry about.
From Aitsu to get the T-spin single.
He has a lot of messy garbage, though. He needs to start down stacking like yesterday.
No, he's dead.
Yep.
And Aitsu had 170 lines in 96 seconds there and takes it on the chin.
I think he got a little bit over-aggressive that game. He felt good about the seesaw garbage point of the game and tried to get a little overzealous with T-spins near the top when perhaps maybe he needed to start downstacking a little bit earlier. Looks like he's sticking with this side 4-wide strategy. I guess I think it's what finish out the rest of the match this way. Yeah. And he's consistently starting his combo first, which is always annoying when you're the other 4-wider, because if you don't have the correct piece to start yours, then you just have to accept the garbage.
I think the thing here is that Squirtle is forcing Aitsu to do things that he doesn't really like to do. He doesn't transition out of it as cleanly as you'd think, because you're forcing him to play a different game. Right,
and Squirtle just has so much experience with transitioning out of combos, whereas maybe Aitsu doesn't as much.
That was a fun little détente, by the way. They both kind of stalled and looked at each other. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, because Aitsu was trying to force Squirtle to accept the garbage, and Squirtle was trying to cancel it. Or maybe the other way around. And somehow Squirtle is winning these mid games, which is not what you would expect. You would expect Aitsu to have the advantage once it goes even in the mid game. But
well, it's what I was alluding to before. Like you're forcing Aitsu to do something that he doesn't normally transition out of. So, you're kind of putting him in the middle of the wilderness.
Right. So Aitsu has to figure out what he's doing after the 4-wide, I guess, because he's figured out an answer to get himself. Uh-oh, that could be the end of this game, actually.
A lot of
Squirtle
Tetris
doesn't
art from
mess up.
Aitsu there. Yeah. Just get out of it.
Alright, now can he survive this, though?
No.
He has a T-spin triple coming.
He's got a T-spin triple! It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, that's an entire screen's worth of garbage coming. And that's the scary part. I mean, that's the combo fatigue that you were alluding to earlier, is that you just see a lot of things coming at you, and the pressure can just make you misdrop more than you normally would.
We're closing in on match point. It's 13-6.
Squirtle is trying to make this look like a quick one.
It's either going to be an epic comeback or it's going to be very surprising. I don't think people were picking this.
No, I don't think a lot of people saw this one coming. It's not over yet, though, and Aitsu has had a little bit of success since he started using this side 4-wide, so I think it's definitely possible for him to make this comeback here. Unfortunately, he has to get out of the combo a little bit early.
Oh, I liked what he did there, but unfortunately, it's not going to work out. We're going to get to mid-game, I think, though.
Yeah, he might be able to survive this combo, and now he has to downstack super quickly.
He's great at that. Oh, and then the
misdrop.
misdrop.
The J misdrop, but it's not too bad because he wasn't over a garbage hole. Nice cancel there, allowed him to get to the garbage hole again. And Squirtle needs to send something right now if he wants to kill Aitsu.
Squirtle was given some really good pressure there, and once again, Aitsu... Oh, double misdrop. Oh. How is he going to survive this?
Squirtle doesn't really have anything, though. He has a little bit of time. Oh, I guess.
Squirtle built up that nice little fractal.
Yeah, he had a fractal there. That was pretty clutch, because right when I looked when Aitsu first misdropped, it didn't seem like he had anything, but he was able to set it up really quickly. And it's match point now.
Yep.
Aitsu's
got to win 8 before Squirtle wins 1.
It's a tall order against anyone of this level. And Aitsu's chosen to stick out the center forward. Oh no.
Oh, another misdrop.
Oh no. At this point, I think if Squirtle doesn't mess up his own combo, it's lights out for Aitsu.
Another misdrop. This is a tough way to lose.
Right. And that's it.
GG's. That was death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, a lot of misdrops coming out from Aitsu that game. It's not what you would normally expect from him. He's normally known for his consistency, but I mean, anything can happen on any given day, and today was Squirtle's day.
Definitely.
He's having a really good tournament. I think he's going to advance to play against One Pun Man now.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, One Pun Man. And these guys, they fought in winners already. Squirtle beat One Pun Man 15-10, so he'll have a slight advantage going into the next match.
They were supposed to meet in the Tetris comeback tourney, and One Pun Man had to leave that tournament. Otherwise, that would have been the match, the winner of which would have played a Janba. Squirtle had an epic match with the Janba. I may have mentioned it earlier. If you get an opportunity to look it up, Tetris comeback tournament, Squirtle versus a Janba, great match. Squirtle nearly took 2 matches in a row. The second one was like 16-14, I believe.
Right. So the next match that'll happen in this tournament will be Squirtle versus One Pun Man, and then the winner of that will fight last year's winner, Yui Metal.
Right. And everybody was surprised at that Yui Metal Ajamba match. I was expecting it to be much closer, and Ajamba pretty much steamrolled him.
Yeah, and as you just saw on the stream, Squirtle and One Pun Man fought in winners, and it was 15-10 in Squirtle's favor.
So there you have it, folks. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3 more matches left. So maybe by the end of February, we're going to have a new international Tetris champ.
Right. I think next Saturday is supposed to be the grand final, so the rest of these matches will play out over this weekend and the beginning of next weekend. So definitely look forward to that. And we have our top 4 now. We have Ajamba waiting winner's side of grand finals, and then we have Yui Metal waiting in the loser's final, and then Squirtle and One Pun Man will be fighting it out for 4th place.
So do we have another scheduled match? Do we know?
I don't think we have another match today. I could be wrong.
I just meant this weekend.
Oh, this
Well, folks,
we probably do.
We're the hard drop community. We're obviously, excuse me. Sorry about that. We're on Twitter. The website is harddrop.com. Obviously, we're here on Twitch, Hard Drop. If you want to check us out on Discord, that's where everything is shaken and bacon. But yes, if you like this, if you want to be part of an amazing community, come join us, harddrop.com. Hard Drop, remember to double the D, HARDDROP, Hard Drop. And yes, we're always shaking and baking.
It looks like Sunday might be Squirtle versus One Pun Man. We haven't double-checked Squirtle's schedule yet, so that's still tentative. But if past experiences say anything, Squirtle's pretty much always available to play Tetris. He's one of the easiest players to schedule around. So
yeah, he's been really great that way. And by the way, One Pun Man and Squirtle, I really appreciate their flexibility in scheduling matches. They've been really great about that. Like we were talking about in the big top of the broadcast, it's tough on these Japanese players. You know, it's a
about Squirtle now.
yes.
Talking about the 4 wide. We talked about this a lot during the match. But yeah,
and you're gonna see more of it. If Squirtle goes away from the 4 wide, what's a heaven for?
Right. So you'll see that. We'll see how far this 4 wide can take him. If he ends up going all the way, then that'll put the question to the community. Maybe more people should start 4 widing.
Well, that's a can of worms we're not going to open up here.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna wrap up today's stream. I think this was the only match scheduled right now. So.
Well, once again, this is Wawi and Jupiter Joe. We really appreciate Morning P helping us out doing the feed. Once again, just remember, it's Hard Drop, double the D, please. We're on Twitter, we're on Twitch. Blink is paid up that website, harddrop.com. Please join us.
Yep. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think we're gonna sign off now. All right. It was a pleasure commentating with you, Joe.
Likewise.
All right.